Shri Gurubhyo Namaha children. I am happy to welcome you all for our online teaching academy, XII. For the class 12, subject Biobotany, chapter 4, Principles and the Processing of Biotechnology. Today we are going to discuss about the new topic, that is methods of gene transfer. How to transfer the gene into the host cell or host plant body. What are all the different methods we are following? That is the topic today. Okay. There are two different things, two different methods. One is direct method and another one is indirect method. So all these are we are going to discuss now. The next step of rDNA molecule. So rDNA is recombinant DNA molecule has been generated is to introduce it into a suitable host cell. So rDNA, the recombinant DNA, has to introduce into the host cell. That is the next step in gene cloning. So there are many methods are there to introduce the rDNA into the host cell. So based on the depending upon the factors such as vector type and host cell. So the transfer of rDNA into the host cell is mainly depending on the factors such as vector or the host cell type. So there are two different kinds of gene transfer method. One is direct method. Direct method is also called as vectorless gene transfer method. Another one is called indirect or vector mediated. So the transfer mechanism is mainly due to the help of vector. So second one is called indirect or vector mediated. Vector only transferred the gene of interest into the host cell. Clear children? The first one is direct or vectorless gene transfer. In the direct gene transfer method, directly, so we have to directly transfer the gene. Clear? So foreign gene of interest is delivered into the host plant or host cell without the help of vector. So without the help of vector, we just transfer the gene of interest into the host plant cell. That is called direct gene transfer. There are some of the following methods, common methods of direct gene transfer in plants. In that, the first one is chemical mediated gene transfer. With the help of chemicals such as PEG, polyethylene glycol. So chemicals like polyethylene glycol and dextran sulfate induce DNA uptake into the plant host protoplast, that is plant host cell, that is plant protoplast. So once again I am repeating, chemicals such as PEG, polyethylene glycol and dextran sulfate induced DNA uptake into plant protoplast. Second one is micro injection. The name itself you can easily understand the concept. This is the second method, direct method, micro injection. With the help of syringe, micro syringe, we just transfer the gene of interest into the plant protoplast. That is called micro injection. See here, the DNA is directly injected into the nucleus, that is injected into the cell by using a fine tip glass needle or micro pipette to transform plant cell. Okay. So the protoplast are immobilized. See here, immobilized means there is no movement at all. So on a solid support or held with holding pipette. So the protoplast are held with holding pipette. There is no movement of protoplast takes place. After that, we just inject the DNA directly. That is the micro injection method. See here, picture here, the protoplast or the cell is holded with holding pipette and with the help of micro injection needle with foreign DNA. That injection needle contains foreign DNA. We just directly inject the foreign DNA into the plant protoplast. Clear, children? The next one is electroporation mediated gene transfer. Electroporation. Electro means by using of current, electricity, cathode, anode, cation, anion, everything you know, right? So with the help of current, by passing high voltage current, there may be a chance of breaking of plasma membrane. After that, just transfer the gene of interest into the host cell. Clear? That is called electroporation method of gene transfer. See here, a pulse of high voltage. High voltage means high current is applied to protoplast. What will happen? There may be a chance of small pores, creation of pores takes place in this plasma membrane. Okay, so which makes transition pores in the protoplast or plasma membrane through which uptake of foreign DNA occurs. See the picture here, and this picture is called is before pulse, before supply of current. Okay, this is during the electric field. What will happen? There may be a transition pores in the plasma membrane, and then there may be a chance of which the uptake of foreign DNA takes place, foreign DNA occurs. This is called electroporation method of gene transfer. Fourth one is liposome mediated gene transfer. Liposome, you know very well, liposomes are the artificial phospholipids. That is phospholipid vesicles, small vesicles are very useful in gene transfer mechanism. Okay, so the gene or DNA is transferred from the liposome into the vacuoles of plant cell, then it carried out by encapsulated DNA. So it is carried out by encapsulated DNA into the vacuole. This technique is more advantageous because the liposomes protects the induced DNA from damage. Very important. So liposomes have the ability to protect the induced DNA from being damaged by acidic pH and protease enzyme present inside the vacuole. Then liposome and tonoplast of vacuole fusion resulted in gene transfer. This process is called liposuction. This is a 2 mark question. What is liposuction means? Liposome and tonoplast of vacuole fusion resulted in gene transfer. This is called liposuction. See the picture here, and this is the plasma membrane or cell membrane. Here transfer of DNA with the liposome. The foreign DNA is entered into the cell body. The next one is biolistics. Biolistics, very simple. The foreign DNA is coated with, it is covered with on the surface of minute gold particles. The foreign DNA is covered with minute gold particles. Full surface is covered with minute gold particles, and it is bombarded onto the target tissue. So the surface covered foreign DNA is bombarded into target tissue or cells using a particle gun. Very important. See the picture here. This is the particle gun. This gun is loaded with foreign DNA. The foreign DNA is covered with or coated with the surface of minute gold particle. The size is 1 to 3 micrometer. Okay, this full gun is loaded with the foreign DNA, and after that it is bombarded onto the target tissue. Okay, so with the help of this gun only. Then the bombarded cells or tissues are cultured in the suitable medium What will happen? To regenerate the plants, regeneration of plants takes place from the transformed cells. From the transformed cells, the plants are regenerated. Okay, that is called biolistics. See the picture here. The gun is loaded with DNA coated gold particle. Once we shoot with the shotgun, all the foreign DNAs comes out and it is enter into the target plant cells. After that, the bombarded cells or tissues are cultured in a cultured medium or growth medium or selected medium. The regeneration of plants, to regenerate plants, the regeneration of plants takes place, that is called biolistics. Can you get my point, children? Yes. The next one is vector or indirect or vector mediated with the help of vector. So it is called vector mediated or indirect method of gene transfer. Gene transfer is mediated with the help of plasmid vector. We are often using the vector plasmid. Plasmid is nothing but extra chromosomal circular double stranded self replicating DNA particle. DNA, okay, they have self replication property. So plasmid acts as a vector. So the gene transfer is mediated with the help of plasmid, is known as indirect or vector mediated gene transfer. And among the various vectors used for plant transformation, we often using the TI plasmid. TI plasmid, that's nothing but it is extracted from Agrobacterium tumefaciens. It is a soil bacteria. It has been used extensively. We are often using TI plasmid only for gene transfer in plants. This bacterium has a large size plasmid known as TI plasmid, and a small portion of this TI plasmid is called tDNA, that is transfer DNA. That particular transfer DNA have the ability to transfer the gene of interest into the host cell. Okay, that is a peculiar characteristics of TI plasmid. A small portion of TI plasmid is called tDNA, transfer DNA, and have the ability to transfer the gene of interest into the host cell. See, and then since this bacterium is nothing but TI bacteria. TI bacteria, as I said earlier, it is a soil bacteria present in the soil. Okay, so since this bacterium has the natural ability to transfer the gene to the host cell, okay, that is called indirect or vector mediated gene transfer. See the picture, children. And this is Agrobacterium tumefaciens. This is soil bacteria. In that bacteria, just isolate the plasmid. What type of plasmid here? TI plasmid, tumor inducing plasmid. After that, they have a small portion, a small segment, that is called tDNA, transfer DNA. With that, DNA coating gene for desired trait has to introduced. Now recombinant TI plasmid is formed. This recombinant TI plasmid is introduced into the plant cell. After that, the regeneration of plants takes place. See, the foreign gene, for example, BT gene for insect resistant plants, BT gene, and plant select markers, plant selection marker example, usually an antibiotic genes like NPT2, which confirms resistant to antibiotic kanamycin, are cloned in the tDNA region of TI plasmid in place of unwanted DNA sequence. Okay. Thank you, children. We will see you in the next class.